What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and we are back. I wanted to title this the final live stream of 2025, but that would actually be a lie. This upcoming Tuesday, and that's one of the announcements I'll make a little bit later. Actually, I think I formally announced it a few weeks ago, but we got my Game Awards coming up. Oh, it's shaping up to be an incredible freaking show. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. We'll go through that announcement a little bit later, but I mean, in terms of that, that's a special, once a year type event. This is the last kind of sit down live stream for the year, and just want to go over everything with you. Some announcements, look ahead to 2026. It hopefully can match what we had this year, which was just an unbelievable year, I think, for gaming. I think even movies, I think actually, for someone like me who does not experience many films, I left my house more times than probably the last couple of years to see some films in 2025. So, hopefully next year. Actually, I think next year in terms of films is like unbelievably like fantastic. Like I cannot wait for several mainly kind of bigger movies. I don't kind of seek out the indie crowd, but from like the Odyssey to like Spider-Man to of course Scream 7 being my number one. Next year's got a lot even in the movie department, but gaming of course is also where it's at. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I put all the games away, but I filmed my Christmas haul. I got quite a few games from whether it's Christmas, whether it was Black Friday, and just kind of me stocking up games. I got quite a few, and that video will go live on Back to the Past tomorrow morning if you want to see how I made out. I made out like a bandit. I made out with some pretty good deals. Merry late Christmas, of course. Honestly, and a huge thank you to all of you guys, whether you're watching live or you're going to watch this later. Thank you all for everything. It's been, and it's something we'll talk about. I'll probably do a channel update video next week, but it's been an incredible year. I always have fun. I always have fun here and doing videos. And I really do it more for the hobby than the money at this point in my life and kind of where the channel has been at. But since August, I would say the channel has really done very good. I'd say about as good as before Hogwarts Legacy came out, which was kind of like the peak of my channel. So really appreciate just you guys watching. I don't ask for much. I don't want to ask for much. The most I ask for is subscribing and liking and stuff like that. But I truly appreciate you guys being with me the entire year, watching all these channels, watching all these videos. I'm nothing if not consistent. And I do have an announcement in terms of, again, some other stuff we'll be doing with the channel and a channel adjacent in a second. Nick, what's going on? How was your Christmas, buddy? Did anybody get anything fun? I got a lot of games. I got I don't even know what I would call that. I got this lamp water fixture that like swirls a tornado in it. You know me with water. That thing's freaking sick. I got a Red Eyes Black Dragon. Well, I bought that myself. I got a Red Eyes Black Dragon statue. I had a Blue Eyes White Dragon statue. I added Red Eyes. And I pretty much have like, Joey, Kaiba, and Yugi with the main monsters kind of behind them. I'm basically assembling that because I got the two dragons. I just need Dark Magician. And I need, I guess, the human figures. So nerd alert there, I guess, if you care. Scott, what's going on, man? Was your Christmas and being I mean it was basically the summer here. I live in Colorado, and I don't know how publicized it's been. Colorado's like, I think we set a record that hasn't been hit. Well, it's like an outgoing record, from like 1874, I want to say, or something like this is the longest, and it was the warmest, I think, temperature on Christmas Day on record. And then what else did they say? It's only snowed 2 days in Colorado, well, at least where I am. There's like the ski cities and stuff that's like higher elevation. I'm pretty high elevation though. But yeah, it's been like warm. It was 67 on Christmas Day. I want to say it was 70 on Christmas Eve. I don't know what the F was going. I wanted a white Christmas. It snowed in very early December, but it did not snow. It might snow, I think, on Sunday. Sunday's supposed to drop to like 25. So I think that's when we're going to start getting some snow. But Scott, hopefully you're doing good. Oh yeah, I mean, I have, not even for a lack of trying, although there was a lack of trying. I didn't see any of these leaks. The Spider-Man trailer was leaked like 3, 4, 5 times. I didn't see any of them. So yeah, I'm excited to actually see it. Dale, thanks so much, man. Super appreciate you just sticking with me I really do. I can't. I was trying to think of like another way of saying it, but no. Super appreciate you watching, man. Hopefully you had an awesome Christmas and got a lot of good games or gifts or something. As someone who's not really into GTA, I dread 2026. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I'm actually going to do a video on GTA 6 in another day or two. Obviously, a lot of eyes go to that, but I think you'll be happy to know that. Well, you know this with me. Man, I'm going to do a video where I do all the games I'm excited for next year. I mean, I think you could put together. You have to kind of get into like rumored territory because there's not that many games that have like confirmed dates and stuff. There's probably though 25, 30, 35 games that I'm, looking forward to next year. And as long as most of them hit, hopefully we have, and I'm going to do a ranking of, I think I'm going to rank the top 25 games I played this year. I've gone all over, right? Before I've ranked every single game I've played. That one, I don't know. Like I just kind of stopped doing that. I've ranked like the top 10 before, top 15. I think I can make it 25 and I can have some 25 really good games. But point being, as long as you can get that kind of every year, and that is asking for a lot. I mean, 25 really great games. That's a hard ask. Some years I just don't think have it, But I think 2026 could have. I mean, you got like Resident Evil and Soros and Bond and Dragon Quest 7 and I don't know. We keep going down the list. And that's just February, March, April. I mean, Lego Batman. There's a lot of good games that we know of just in the first 3-4 months of the year, right? So there's going to be, I think, far, far more. So we'll be fine. I think we're going to be fine. Scream 7 on the horizon. I cannot freaking wait. I'm getting back into the Scream. Well, I've been in the Scream mood. I watched Scream 2 recently. I'm going to have a Scream 7 video probably tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I actually have I've done this past couple of weeks, I've really done a lot of these recap videos, gone over all these different games. I'm going to do a video on Hogwarts Legacy 2. That's coming. It makes me excited. It doesn't kind of change my outlook on life or anything. I think I've done really well. I think like losing Hogwarts, and by that I mean Hogwarts Legacy just coming out, right? Hogwarts comes out. The coverage of it, my 5 years of covering it, the longest of anybody, kind of ends. And then it kind of let me, because even during that time, I was covering other things, right? But the last 2 years has really allowed me to just dive into like hundreds, and I mean like plural, like 200, 300, 400 different games. Like I've just covered so many games in the last almost 3 years that I just feel so good about kind of my range. I think my range is kind of unmatched, or at least like in the upper echelon of YouTube that I'm proud of. And I'm really excited to add Hogwarts Legacy back. I guess that's the long story short. Like Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to come out, and it's probably going to come out in the next 2-3 years, which means we'll be talking about it more and more. So I'm excited for that, because that was like the main thing of the channel. And now I've done all these other things, and now we kind of can add Hogwarts back. So yeah, I'm really pumped for it. Really pumped. We'll go just a few more minutes, and then well, you know what? Now let's just do it now. I'm going to post. So my wife, and I have to do this, is stay here. Do not click off. Okay. And if you made it this far in the video, also pay attention. So I have a Discord server. I really do not advertise it. I advertised it when I first got kicked off Twitter, right? Twitter banned me because they didn't know my email was associated with my account, even though they emailed my email to tell me that. Okay. Long story short, they emailed my email to tell me that it wasn't, they couldn't tell for sure that it was linked to my account. So I lost my Twitter and I restarted a Discord server. Okay. I had a Discord server before. It was kind of a fail. I started a new one. My wife has done just an A+ job. She's kicked it into high gear. We got lo-fi music. We have all these different chats. We have a bot that tells you when free games go up on like Epic and stuff. She put a lot of work into it, and she did it on her own free will. I actually didn't tell her to at all. I'm going to post a link. If you guys have not joined my Discord, it's moderated. You're not going to get bullied. There's actually no room for that stuff. I'm trying to say, like, you're safe. Okay. You're going to be safe with it. There's the link. If you click on that link, if you have a Discord server, join the Discord and have some fun. Be active. But Christy, my wife, has done a lot of work onto that Discord. I'm going to be pushing it. Tolerate me talking about it for the next couple of days. Okay. A lot of the videos I'm going to put out, I'm going to mention the Discord server just to kind of get new blood in there. if you were on there, you can kind of come back if you want. But yeah, so join the Discord, have some fun. It's totally kind of if you want me to add stuff or want her to add stuff, let us know. There's like an improvements tab. So it's not set in stone. If you want it to be better, we're going to make it better for you. Okay. Just want it to be a cool place. That's all. But join that link. Okay. That was my first plug. And that is a new announcement because the Discord, I would say, is about 3 times better than it was like 3 days ago. Okay. Or probably 5 times better. Do you think Rockstar could tease a game in between the hype? Oh man, yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough. I feel like that. I think they can. They just won't. That's the short answer. It could be longer, but the short answer is I do think I do think Rockstar can juggle more than just GTA. They just refuse to, and not just GTA. They refuse to do more than one thing at a time when it comes to their big things. Kind of how different studios, like Naughty Dog wouldn't do that with their games. Like say nowadays, Insomniac kind of can. Kind of just depends on the studio, right? Oh my God, what a list! What a list! I got Plague Tale Requiem physical. I bought that physically. I don't think I have Innocence physically, so I'm gonna have to get that. But you beat me. You beat me to that one. Banishers physical. I don't have that either. Man, that's a great. Those are some good games right there. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You didn't have to do it for me. I don't think you did, but yeah. Hottest Christmas. Man, I think it was. Like I actually think the record was it was the warmest Christmas. I mean, it was nice out. It's nice out, and when it was like 62, and the sun goes down, and it felt fine. But I mean, you want it to kind of be like 20. I told my daughter, and she added to it. I said it was colder on Thanksgiving when I made my Thanksgiving feast, and I made a Christmas feast. It was colder on Thanksgiving than it was on Christmas. And then my daughter actually said it was colder on Halloween than it was on Christmas. And she's right. When we went trick-or-treating on Halloween, I want to say that day was like 42 out, 43. Like it was not, and that was during the day. And then at night, even colder. So yeah, Christmas was warmer than Thanksgiving, Halloween. Freaking nuts. What are we doing? What are we doing? Can we not get a white Christmas? I agree. I think PlayStation just needs the consistency. Like these games and you have the Lego Horizons and the Astrobots. Like those are good. I mean, Astrobots specifically, of course. I think can kind of carry like half a year. Like you really only need 2 Astrobot type games per year to make me happy. But they're really kind of a 1-year thing. A lot of these games. So hopefully next year, hopefully 2026. If Marathon somehow can work, which I doubt, but if it can. That God of War Metroidvania, Wolverine, Saros, like that's a diversified 4 group right there. It's not saying all of them are going to be amazing. One of them I have, again, next to no confidence on, but like that's a pretty good year. If you walk out of next year, Wolverine's freaking awesome. Saros is just like so solidly amazing, but it's kind of a smaller tier, right? Marathon maybe works with whoever it works for. And this God of War Metroidvania is just kind of like a cool, like AA type project. That's a great year. I think does it match Xbox? Xbox is going to have Gears, Halo Remake. I mean, right there, that kind of wipes the floor. And that's if you're competing, or having them go against each other, and that's okay. I mean, that's kind of fun, right? But just looking at them themselves, like what do they have to do? Just release those 4 and we'll see where it takes us, Then having Intergalactic 2027. So you need more. I think you need more than Intergalactic in 2027. Naughty Dog is not going to carry that whole year. You better have more than just that one game, right? Maybe you have another Insomniac game, or maybe, well, actually, even another 2026 one is a Ghost of Yote's multiplayer Legends. That's a pretty under the radar, really fun thing that I actually constantly forget about that it's coming. It's going to kind of feel like a surprise because I keep forgetting about it. So. And my wife just told me I better be. She's she's on my case. Join the Discord. If she starts threatening me, then I have to threaten you, and nobody wants that. No, I just have to make sure I do that. Got a Mario question lamp. Ooh, nice. Hot Wheels Mario Kart cars. Some PS. Oh, very nice. Summer in Australia, and it's bloody freezing. I'll trade you. What PS1 games? What I don't have a lot of PS1 games. I have like Final Fantasy 7. 9, Parasite Eve. I only have like 6 PS1 games. It's my weakest collection, most likely. Maybe Vita. I want so many Vita games, and I have like maybe 5 or 6 Vita games, but I did see. Yeah, I was kind of debating back and forth. Do I want to talk about the expedition thing? I think it's a joke. Maybe we'll just leave it there. I think it's a joke. I think that that's being a little harsh, and by a little I mean pretty stupid. It's an incredible game. We'll talk more about that at my game awards. But yeah, I don't think that should have happened. That's a joke. But you know how I feel most likely about that, right? Don't get the pop. Well, I mean, going back when I played I played 3 Vice City San Andreas. They are very special. They are kind of I don't know if they still hold up like for the times, but you can absolutely tell like what they did for games back then, you know? So I can see it. I don't know, do they deserve to be at like the I don't know, monolith, is that the right word? Like just a massive peak of popularity that they're at. Do they deserve that? Probably not, but they are where they are, you know? So it's whatever. Oh, thank you, Nick. Yeah, like the stream, join my Discord. What else do I got? Tuesday is my Game Awards show. I think we can lock in a time. I think it's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, which means 5. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That is going to be my Game Awards show this upcoming Tuesday. Please join. That's going to be I'm promising you, that's going to be the best show. It's going to be the best live stream and best video product I've done all year. I promise. It's going to be so freaking cool. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Best moment I had on Christmas. Putting the Red Eyes statue together was pretty cool. I knew a lot of the gifts I was getting because I bought them myself because over the years, my wife and I have decided that, well, actually she decided, I like surprises. Okay. I like surprises. So I'm not really for it, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. And no, we buy for ourselves, but we have like a budget and then we stay within that budget. So I don't have a lot of surprises, you know, on Christmas. So honestly, the gifts from my parents, because my parents would like mail them and then she would wrap them or they were already wrapped. Those were the surprises. My parents, one of my gifts, they gave me Alan Wake 2, the physical edition, which I, don't know how they pulled that off. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I got some cool stuff. A lot of it just, I ordered so many games back in like early November that I forgot. I went on like eBay and just was searching $5 games, $10. I got a lot of games because they were very, very cheap. And I forgot a bunch of them. So my memory's pretty good. So I didn't forget all of them, but I did forget an okay amount. So it was definitely good. Well, you don't know how Scream 7 ends. I like the idea of a cliffhanger. I really do like the idea of a cliffhanger ending to Scream 7. But I don't know if that has to do I don't know if that has to do with Stu, if that happens. Yeah, Prince of Persia. I wanted to cover that, and then I didn't, and then I still might do that. But with the backlash, it probably got delayed again. Yeah, I saw somebody say that Tom Henderson had said that it is possible things get pushed. I'm actually gonna play Sands of Time, the original, on Back to the Past to get ready, and I was hoping that that the remake would come out in January. That's probably not going to happen anymore. So yeah. Red Dead 3, yeah, I would echo Parker there. We're probably not going to see it for another 4 years, let's say. Yes. Well, Nick, there you go. Here's the link right there. Just click on it in the comment and join the Discord. JJ, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, I don't watch. I watched Hard Eyes back around February, well after it came out digitally and stuff. Hard Eyes was fine. It was fine. But no, I haven't watched, I did watch a lot of Christmas movies, a lot. I watched maybe 7 or 8. But yeah, I haven't watched. I want to watch Pluribus, the Vince Gilligan show. I want to watch Stranger Things. Then I see everybody complaining that this season sucks, this final season. So I don't really know what to think about it. But yeah, I haven't seen any horror thrill films. I saw like recaps for Final Destination that looked extreme. It looked cool, but those movies are too tense for me. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. I mean, I could rifle off 100 games for you, but as soon as you throw in horror films, it just goes all out the window. Just rewatch a Scream or something. But no, Hard Eyes was one I watched. Did I watch any other? Man, no, I struggle watching. No, I can't even. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Do you think there'll be a short period? Yeah, I think. See, I think they have a little bit more confidence with the Assassin's Creed remake versus Prince of Persia. I think that's them just kind of waiting, like you said. If it comes out end of March, as long as you announce it, I think by like early February, you're good. That's probably what they will wait to do. So, yeah. I am seeing Avatar 3 next week. Nice, nice, nice. My wife, daughter, and her dad saw 2 together, and I don't know if they're gonna see 3 together, but hey, it's doing amazing. It's doing really, really well. Instagram has more MAUs. MAUs. I assume that means like just people using it. That's crazy. Instagram's pretty big. Instagram's pretty big. But I have nothing to show off like visually. So there's really no reason to use it. Yeah. I think it's refreshing to go back into Ghost of Tsushima Legends and just play. Like to play it for a couple hours, I think is fine. You know what I mean? Playing it for a couple hours, I think is fine. Playing it like long term, but that's the thing. Like I don't know. Like for me, it's like it's a free update. Well, nobody saw it coming, right? With Ghost of Tsushima, so you can kind of let them off a little bit easier. So I would say pressure is kind of on for Yote, even though it's also free. And I do think the level of like where we deem it to be acceptable should be much lower because it's free, right? Where it's like they didn't have to do that. But I do think, yeah, like you take a lot of the lessons you learn with Tsushima and you don't hopefully, just do the exact same thing again, which I hope they don't do. So we'll see. RMX, what's going on? Merry late Christmas to you too, buddy. Get anything fun? Let me know in the chat too if you guys got anything super duper fun for Christmas. This is a green screen. Yeah, I wish I've what's the word? I've like claimed this back. We found this background. I might have paid for it. I don't remember. I found this background years ago. I want to say like 6 years ago, and yeah, I've just kind of kept it as kind of my neutral. If I need a neutral background, I have like 3 that are like this that I really really like. But I love this. If I were to make a real background with lights, this would be the one that I would want to make. Yeah. What's going on, Christina Hatch? Is that how you say your name? How's it going? I'm excited for the game. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my Game Awards show on Tuesday is going to be freaking awesome. I promise you. I promise you. I don't have a oh, well, Tomb Raider. Those are good ones. Those are good ones. I have to get on those myself because Tomb Raider, shoot, yeah. I have to do my own Resident Evil Road 2 thing. Tomb Raider, yeah, I kind of forgot. I tend to forget over the last couple of weeks because it's still kind of newer news, right? The Tomb Raider having the remake being next. Because I think to the new Tomb Raider game, and I think, oh, I have 2 years. But in reality, well, number one, you might only have like a year and a half. And number two, the remake comes out first, right? So that's something I got to get on. Isn't really a turn-based game. Well, no, it is. It is. You do a turn, they do a turn. You do a turn, they do a turn. I think that's a turn-based game. Yeah, I would argue. And I've argued this for a while. I think Xbox has had like good years with their releases. They're so not in the game with like they don't want to be, or they were at one point and they kind of lost and they changed course. But they've had good years. Like pretty much any of the last 2-3 years, they'll have like at least quantity, quality could struggle a little bit, but I think they've had a little bit of quality for sure. And like I said, I mean, this upcoming year, if Fable comes out, that's a big if Fable comes out, Forza, Gears of War, Halo, I mean, you need like 2 of those to do well and you're doing really good. A Halo 1 remake can do unreal numbers, right? A new Gears of War game, massive. Forza is a huge franchise, right? It's a big seller. And then Fable, Fable is the most like iffy, but Fable can be really big, if they wanted it to. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Xbox really just needs 2 of those to be, and that's only what we know. They might have more than those 4, so we'll see. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, I'm glad you can make it too. Welcome to the year-end show. Let me post just in case you guys missed it the first time, and to please my wife. if you guys want, there's the Discord link. The Discord has had a massive overhaul. Click the link, join it, and what's the words? Join in. Nerdy Giant, what's going on? I was right. Everything moved, and now you just have Crimson Desert, which I'm also the least confident of that can make it there, which is really funny because I do think Crimson Desert could also be kicked out. Yeah, so somebody asked me earlier. I don't like that. I don't like that. I was gonna do a video on it. I've kind of gone back and forth with it. I think it's pretty stupid. The long and short of it would just be like, this is why nobody cares about these award shows. Is because they make dumb, boneheaded decisions like this. You know, as I've said with the AI stuff, it can be a tool. I'm not a big fan. In fact, I'm the most anti AI person in this household. Okay. But like I see it as this. The industry is going in that direction. People are being forced to do it. Studios are going to, if not already. And it's like you either work with it and try to make it, work best you can, or you all get fired and you get replaced by the robots, right? And that's my opinion. That's how I think it's kind of going. So I don't know. Like, as long as it's nothing like super egregious, and as long as hopefully you're using it as a tool to keep your own job, I'm I guess fine with, like, because you can't really fight against it. I guess that's kind of I'm waving the white flag. As for something like that, I think it was so small. One piece of AI made it into the game and it was patched out, and it was like a forgotten thing. Like, they had the real artwork done and they just had to swap it. So that's so stupid, take it away from a game that really is one of the best games in recent memory, right? To make a statement about AI that way is just dumb. Just really, really dumb to me. Hyperion Rex, what's going on, buddy? I thought it was a pretty good year. The last half, I think, was very good. To me, Sony 28 years later. Yeah, I did not see the most recent one. The trailer for that Bone Temple, right? That's a newer one coming out. That looks really good. That looks really good. So I might do that. Or I might watch that. Yeah, Instagram. I think I have an Instagram. I'm 90% sure I made a podcast now Instagram, but Instagram's used for like a highly specific thing, right? I don't know how that's going to work. How that would work, I guess. And yeah, Welcome to Derry. I've seen clips. I've seen clips of that. I haven't spoiled myself because I really don't know anything about it, but yeah, it looks really good, and I know people really, really like it. It's a horror though, so I don't know. When do you believe we're going to see 2 Masters DLC for Ninja Gaiden 4? Hopefully, well, I think the Xbox developer direct in January, they say is going to be pretty big. So it might be more than just like your normal 3 to 4 games. So we might get it there. And so, okay, here's the deal with Fallout Season 2. So I adore Season 1, okay? Really freaking adore it. And Season 2 comes out, right? And I tell my wife, I say, Season 2 is out. We got to watch it. And she says, oh, no. We're going to wait till all the episodes come out. And I say, are you crazy? I know this is a lot of blaming going on here, but I might sneak watch it. But if not, we will... I imagine worst case scenario is we will watch the entire thing when the last episode drops. I don't want that. I want to experience it, but what can you do? Am I right? I don't actually even know what's been going on in those episodes. Like, I've done inadvertently pretty well at staying spoiler free. So like when I watch it, I think everything will be like, okay, I'm watching all for the first time. I haven't really seen a lot of clips. So I'm excited. I'm really freaking excited. Have you been watching? How many? 2 episodes or 2 episodes out of Fallout Season 2? Is it good? I haven't really seen anybody. I've seen like the IGN reviews, which could mean absolutely, like, they mean less than nothing to me, an IGN TV show review, right? But I don't know. I haven't really seen anybody else talk about it, like in terms of a review form. A Steam card, money, and snacks. That's all you can ask for. Snacks are very good. I got candy in my stockings, which I picked out for myself. Sweet tart. Actually, you want to see it? I'll show you. I got sweet tarts. So I get these every year. This was hard to find this year specifically. Never seen these? They're backwards, obviously, but they don't come backwards, of course. So I love sweet tarts. They're my favorite candy, like, period, of all time. And they come in the Christmas like things, and we could not find them. We went to like 3 different stores, and I'm not kidding. We literally went out of our way to try to find these for me. We couldn't find them. So I got those. I got a lot of candy, but I found these, by the way. Five Below sells these. And so I love, oh Jesus, I broke the thing. Hold on, let me show you. I can't show you the candy because it's directly in front of me, but I can't show you my games. Airheads. So I love Airheads, right? Airheads are really good. We can all agree on that, right? So there's like sour ones now. You see that? And these originally I saw it in Five Below, which is a great store. But then they also come in packs. So I got them from Five Below, and then I also got like 2 packs of them as well. These are really, like, I like sour. I really like sour. I can eat like an entire lemon or lime if you dared me to. It wouldn't phase me. I don't like what's the word? Like perk up. I don't know what the phrase is. I'm weird. Lemons and limes don't affect me. But so I like that sour stuff. So those are really good. Those are really sour. Those kind of get me, but not really. Let's see. I got a bunch of stuff. I've made a video going through. Nice. I shall check that out then. We can't even get. That's right. Bend is doing something. Yeah, Sway will be back. Sway is locked in for the Game Awards. It'll be great to see him. I've talked to him behind the scenes a bunch throughout the year, but I don't think we've done a live stream together, him and I, since Summer Game Fest, since June. I've talked to him since then, and he's doing great, and I'm very excited to get to talking to him about our games of the year and whatnot. Oh, Dawn Maker or Dawn Walker? The Blood of Dawn Walker? Or what's the one? Dusk Bloods? That's the FromSoft, right? There's a couple of games that have Dawn Maker. Is that King one? Dawn Maker. Oh, yeah. Is that a third one? That's the King. Or no, that's Kingmakers, right? That game also looks really good. That Steam one. That game looks freaking sick. I think I saw an article like last week that they're making that into like a movie or a show or something. The game hasn't even come out yet. It keeps getting delayed, so I don't know what's going on there. Sonic 3 came out, I think, December of last year, and it does qualify for this past Game Awards, and I'm pretty sure they forgot, and that's like the talk behind closed doors, that they like literally just forgot that it came out, or they forgot that it qualified for this year. And now that we're finding out with Dispatch, that Dispatch can be nominated for Game of the Year next year, but it was nominated this year, not for Game of the Year, but it was nominated for what, indie or something, right? And it's like, okay, well, if it was nominated, then why can't it? If it was nominated, I don't even understand that. Indiana Jones came out after the deadline last year, right? And all of its nominations were now this past one. But now Dispatch comes out before the cutoff. Dispatch came out before the cutoff, and they nominated it for an award, but then they can also nominate it next year for bigger awards. What are we doing? It's the stupidest system I've ever heard in my life. I did. Oh, nice. How many people did see Avatar? Raise your hand. What's the Fable situation? Just hopefully it comes out. Hopefully it comes out, because we've just seen nothing on it. Since was it very beginning of 2025, I want to say, is when we saw it. Was that I think maybe that was the quick snippet of gameplay, perhaps, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they just need to show it. They just need to show it, because it was supposed to come out, I think, this past fall, then it got delayed. So yeah, hopefully we get something. Mouse PI, that's a good one. Yep. I think that one could be a hit, like, I don't know, because the art style reminds me of Cuphead. I'm not saying it can literally be a Cuphead. Somewhere probably I'd say a couple tiers below Cuphead is where I think Mouse PI, its ceiling is, you know? GTA 6, Wolverine, Control 2, of course, Phantom Blade 0, Invincible Versus. It's a great list. It's a great list. That's honestly a fantastic list. And even if like 4 of those are good, right, then we're living pretty well. And there's more than just that. I would throw in Scott Pilgrim EX is a good one. Like I keep saying, the Xbox games, the Fable, Gears, Halo, all that. Deca Police, you want like a deep cut Deca Police from level 5, right? If that game ever comes out. Danganronpa 2x2, you talk about a masterpiece. There's one right there, most likely. Next year movies. Okay, let's do that. Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat, Super Mario. That's good. Yeah, I'm excited for all 5 of those. I'd throw in Scream. I just said Spider-Man. What else is coming out next year? There's more. I remember looking at Supergirl. I think Supergirl looked good. I know I saw the test screenings of Supergirl were like they were good but not great. Like there was a little bit of negativity with that it's not the greatest movie of all time. But it still was like a fine movie. So I really want Supergirl to be good because that movie or she was great in the 30 seconds we got of her, and I want more. Lords of the Fallen 2, Mortal Shell 2, RE9. Yep. Oh, RE9, there's another one that I don't even think he said. Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil 9 alone kind of carries the first couple months, doesn't it? Marvel Rivals. I want to go back to Marvel Rivals. I want to go back. I think they probably should because Marvel Rivals at least proves like there's a space there, I don't know if a space for Marvel and DC that's like the exact same type of game could really, withstand each other or withstand the market, but I think you try it. I think you should probably because Rivals has now at least survived a year. It's done extremely well. They've made a lot of money. It was massive last year, and again, like I think it just held, right? It held pretty strong. So yeah, I think we talked about actually when it came out last year that DC, like, should DC do a similar game? I don't love like just doing the exact same thing, but I think these multiverses I thought was a good idea, and then it just didn't, pan out. And that wasn't just DC, right? But that was their attempt, WB's attempt to do a fighter, in the Super Smash Bros type way, and I think they did okay at least. So yeah. Oh, Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2, I mean, 0 is, I think, the perfect Yakuza game. Kiwami 1 is extremely good. Kiwami 2 has better than any other game moments, and I also think in other elements it's worse than a lot of the other games, but it's a great game. Kiwami 2 is a great game. 3 is my least favorite Yakuza game. I really like 4. I really like 5. I really like 6, despite it being 6 and what it does. Yeah, I mean, I could go on and just review every Yakuza game. Big fan. Yes, I talked about the Discord. My wife is telling me again to talk about the Discord. Make sure you guys click it. Should I do the link one more time? We'll do the link one more time. Okay, there's the link. The third and final time for the stream. Click on the Discord. It's revamped and re-edited. And you better be active. That's what she said. Hopefully more companies don't do what Activision did with that AI art for Black Ops 7 looked really bad. Really, really bad. The badges type thing, whatever they did. Ooh, that's a good one. I would like to move that from Silent Hill 1 remake to Townfall. What about Townfall, right? All those rumors of it dropping at the end of March, right? All those stores. There was like the store in Mexico, right, that posted it online, and that comes first, of course, but that doesn't mean you can't do. I think you could do another transmission. I would hope maybe like the movie comes out, right? Like January 20-ish, like 23rd or something like that. Maybe sometime in like February, right? You could do Townfall, you could do Silent Hill 1. If you probably need like at least 3, so you might need like another Silent Hill game, right? To make a transmission worth it, but because you have to do something on Townfall soon, right? And then hopefully right after that or during it, you can do Silent Hill 1. I don't think we leave next year without that trailer, though. That would be my prediction. Like, I think we'll see it next year. One game that THQ needs to do with the license was that they haven't done for modern audiences. Do they have the Fairly Odd Parents one? I think they do, right? Because they have the SpongeBob one. I'll always just go to that Fairly Odd Parents. Not necessarily break into rules, getting a remake, but just something with. Or do they have Danny Phantom? Because Danny Phantom is kind of primed to do something with like a bigger scale game that they've never. I think that's like a deeper cut. I think I would go with that to answer your question. I've tried every kind of Sweet Tart ropes, every kind. And there are some that are 11 out of 10s. There's some that are really bad. I got to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the watermelon ones. But there's all like was there a 4th of July one? They'll do all those seasonal ones. There's some pretty good ones. There's the elite ones, there's the average ones, and there's the bad ones. But yeah, I think, no joke, I've tried every. There was a Sweet Tart one. There was a Sweet Tart candy. Okay, let me take you back. When I was a kid, and I mean like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Me and my best friend, he lived on a street. I lived on a street. He lived actually literally the next street over. On his street was a gas station. Okay. They had like two pumps of gas, very small. And they had this sour sweet tart candy that came in the wrap, like the long wrap that like the sweet tarts do come in still to this day. And they were sweet tart flavors, blue, red, all those. They were so good. You talk about like really like puckering up from like the sourness. They were the ultimate sour candy of all time. Okay. And they discontinued them. And I found this out years and years later. I would ask him, and if he still remembered that we would eat it. We had so many of those. We'd have them like weekly, and they would really mess with your teeth. But years later, yeah, I've looked it up. Like I've looked it up on Amazon. I think you might be able to still buy them for like $40, $50. But they come in like a pack of like 15 or something. They're not really worth $40, and they're gone. Like they don't sell them anymore. So pretty much any type of sweet tart candy, I've tried. I've tried. Any advice on recording in different game systems like Switch? Switch, I don't think is any different than anything else. Pretty sure you just use the capture card, connecting HDMIs. PS3, you need the splitter. You need an HDMI splitter for PS3. You might also need it for PS2 going backwards. PS3 is a hard one, but if you have a splitter, that's what you need. You need someone to split the HDMI feed because it has that like that HDCP. It's got the anti of it built into the PS3. You can't just turn it on and off. So I have like a box that has all these weird contraptions that can record PS2 games, PS3 games. I've never tried like GameCube or Wii. I've never tried to record from those. There's emulators. I don't really want to push those, of course, on YouTube purposes. There are other ways of playing PS3 games, though. And PS3 is such an older system that, a decent computer or laptop, you could probably play PS3 games on them, just saying. So, yeah. Yeah, I think Silent Hill 1, I agree with you. I think they can get it where Townfall comes out next year and Silent Hill 1 comes out like fall of 27. And I'd even go another step further and say, I bet you the next mainline Silent Hill game could be 2028 or 2029. I think they can keep this thing going one a year for a while. And I would be very happy. Not just because I like covering it, because I like the games too. Stocking stuffers from Five Below. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Five Below, it's got like 10 for $1 or something, like those Airheads I was showing you. Like I think they're 10 cents each technically. Oh my god, what a deal. So yeah, I haven't had Airheads since I was a teenager. Yeah, I've aged out of that quite a bit, and yet I still have Airheads. Brick Boy, thanks so much for being around, buddy. Hope you had a great Christmas. Jurassic Park, that's a good one. I keep forgetting about that game. I actually reminded myself of that game last week, no joke. I think we could see it next year. I definitely don't think it comes out next year. 2027, I don't think is a bad time to expect it to maybe come out. I would probably, always take the over or the later, right? But that's a good one. Shows: Invincible season 4, Spider-Man Noir, Daredevil Born Again season 2, and The Lanterns. Those are good ones. Are there any gaming adaptation ones that I should know about that are coming out? I think Last was season 3 is being filmed, which I don't really care about, but yeah. We do it, and people have asked me to see that movie, and I don't think I will, but okay, here's the thing. I do want to watch that movie, but I don't think I'm going to go to theaters to watch Return to Silent Hill. I will watch it. I will watch that movie. Maybe we'll do like a fun video review on it. But yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think Supergirl is going to be awesome. I think Townfall should and kind of borderline needs to release next year, personally. The trailer did look very Guardians of the Galaxy like. It did. Life is Strange. That's right. You see, it's got the butterfly on the back that you can't see, obviously. But yeah, do I just have one? I'll always take more Life is Strange shirts, but yeah, I'll always take more. Sekiro for the first time. I think I tried playing Sekiro twice or maybe just once. That's one that I want to go back. That's one that I think I could have a lot of fun going back into. Like I get GSB into space. Yeah. It definitely is a tonal. That's how you say it, right? You look at that. You look at that movie and you don't see Superman, which I think is probably the point, right? But it's just I liked that trailer. I like that trailer, but it definitely gives me Guardians vibes versus kind of like doing your own thing. And also Guardians vibes when like James Gunn is like the overseer, right? But he's not the director of Supergirl. So you'd like them to like stand out on their own, right? Without having to be too much like something else. We'll see. I mean, I'm excited for it. I have kind of high expectations. You got okay, so the 28 years. Yeah. The one that one came out this past year, right? I saw good things about it. I saw good things about it. And a question below what I asked about the license that you got. That's I answered that one, so we caught up there. Although I can see 3 getting a remake. Yeah, I mean they did 2, then they're doing 1. I think 3 probably is the next one that gets remade, to be honest with you. But 4, I mean, go through them all, run the gambit. That's right. Yeah. 3 is pretty special. I don't know if you follow me on Back to the Past. Abyss is Owl or Owl. Yeah, Owl. I don't know how to say your profile. I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel podcast now, Back to the Past, but on Back to the Past, okay? I did a retrospective on Silent Hill 2, and I did a retrospective on Silent Hill 3. Just a couple months ago, I did Silent Hill 3, like 2 months ago, this past October. That game's great. That game, I think Silent Hill 3 aged really well. Really, really well. So I'd like to see that be remade eventually. I mean, it doesn't really even need to, but I think it would make it kind of easier. Oh, Dispatch, you got to get on it. You got to get on it. Oh my God, that's a great list. Well, I'll be covering GTA, Resident Evil, Phantom Blade, Wolverine, 1940. Yeah, I mean, all these games. Spine, that's a good one. Deeper cut. I like that. Spine, I'll be covering. Marvel. How do you say Token? Toku? I don't know how to say that name. I want to play that. Halloween. Yeah, great. Great list. Great list. I literally will cover every single one of those games. So hopefully you found the right channel. But one thing they haven't confirmed is with the Arkham DLC, whether or not they will reuse Kevin's lines from the game. I don't think so because it's its own Batman. They have the own. It's just like they're just using the scenes of the games, the movies, the show, like all that stuff. But it's Batman as its own actor in the game, so it's just him. They're not doing like Christian Bale voices him for some, and then Robert Pattinson. Like it's all just one guy. So I would say no, they're not doing Kevin Conroy, which they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Venomous, what's going on? What's going on? I will go. Okay, well, you go see it, and then you let me know. That way, I don't have. I mean, like I said, I will see it. Oh, whoops! I will see that movie eventually. Gotta just finish Tsushima after I did Yote. Gotta think what to start next. Possibly Death Stranding 1 or No Man's Sky. Okay, firstly, that's awesome. Secondly, well, those are two polar opposite. I love Death Stranding 1. I like Death Stranding 1 more than Death Stranding 2, and that might be a hint for my Game Awards. But Death Stranding 1, I think, is a phenomenal game. So I would go with that. No Man's Sky obviously has had the 500 updates, and it's a much better overall game. So I hear. But yeah, I would personally do Death Stranding. But you do you. You do you. And thank you for being around. Redo Infamous. I mean, I think Infamous is always open for like go back into it and like that's a universe. I think you can expand the Infamous universe more than you can expand Ghost. That's maybe a hot take, but that's where I'm at. I think Infamous is like a bigger, kind of landscape for what you can do versus Ghost. However, if there's one that is more likely that they go back to, I think it's always Ghost versus Infamous, if that makes sense. I'm optimistic for Return to Silent Hill because I'm not really a fan of the 2006 movie for changing the story and Gans removing hair. Yeah. I saw that movie, I think, so many times through like the Sci-Fi Channel or so. Like I remember watching that movie 10 years ago, but I definitely have seen that movie from beginning to end. And I think I've seen it way too many times. And it never gave me the vibe that it was actually like, I thought it was a joke for a while, that it was like a Silent Hill film. So yeah. I would want to maybe go back to watch that though. Maybe that could be a fun video. Old PS3 game. I could give you. Do you have Puppeteer? That's a good one. So I'm always rooting for Life is Strange. I'm always rooting for Life is Strange, but when it comes to Double Exposure 2, I honestly really do hope it does well. I really hope Life is Strange Double Exposure 2. And I think not you. You're just, that's what we think based off Double Exposure, and there would be like a part 2. It cannot be called that, right? Cannot like it's got to be called something else. So Life is Strange blank. But yeah, I am always rooting for it. I do get excited that we're about to enter a year where most likely we're getting another one. The sad thing is, like, we're approaching it and you can kind of get excited. Then you can kind of talk about, like, is it going to be bad or good? This also might be like the last year Life is Strange is alive, because Square Enix is just seems like they are so done with it that I think after this next game, we're done. Like, we're not getting a Life is Strange game, period, for a long time. And then I would argue, and I'll probably make a video on this like this time next year. I think the next Life is Strange game after Double Exposure 2 is Life is Strange 1 remake. That's how far out and kind of like returning to the well that I think they're going to have to do. That's where I think it's going to go. I really just I don't know anything. I'm just telling you how I feel. I really think we'll get the last part of this. It'll be dead for a long, long time. And then at some point they'll do a remake of 1, and that's how we'll kind of return to it. That's even though, and I know there's the remaster, like I know they've kind of done it, but I'm just telling you what I think, that they're going to go back down to the well. Colin, what's going on? You guys are going to see Colin most likely. Well, you're not going to visibly see him, but you will see him kind of at my Game Awards show. There's a little sneak peek for you. That's the first time I said anything about that. There's a couple of surprises for my Game Awards show, and he's one of them. Kingdom Hearts 4, I'm rooting for it. There's not many people. The Gamer joins. There's a couple others, but there's not many more people rooting for Kingdom Hearts 4 to be shown in 2026 than yours truly. So hopefully we do it. Did you see the news? Falcom is putting. I did see that. I did see through David Fink. I watch him for a lot of the RPG stuff. I did see that they are doing they want to grow, right? I think they want to expand by like 30, 40 people. And yeah, they want to start doing 2 games a year. I did see that. And I'm excited about that, by the way. I have to play their games. That's a big problem. But I respect their games. I just need to play them. Yeah, all the Silent Hill games are unreal expensive. Like, they're stupidly expensive. 3, 4, 2. I think you can get like Downpour and some of those. Those are cheaper. Ascension, is that a game? No. That was the episodic one. Downpour, I definitely remember. Shattered Memories. Those 2 are, I think, cheaper. But you go to like 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I've ever looked at 1, but 2, 3, 4, I want to say are close to $250 on eBay. I'll eventually get them, but you kind of have to do like 1 a year, Okay, it's at Tokan. Thank you, buddy. Tokan. Okay, I've heard it being said before. It just goes in and then out. I have no ability to grasp that, but I'm gonna memorize that because you said it. Tokan. Yeah, and that sounds about right, right? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for Control. Control 2 is, I'd say, a top 5 most anticipated. Next week, I'll do a video. I'll rank my most anticipated games of next year. Control 2 would be in the top 5. Got to put GTA. I have a couple surprises. I'll leave a couple surprises you guys don't know. But yeah, I think there'll be another Last of Us game. Personally, I think they'll do a part 3. But that's just my speculation. Horizon 3. Yeah, I mean, what do they do? What's Guerrilla? Well, Guerrilla's doing the multiplayer. Jason Schreier said that's the next big game from Guerrilla, is not even Horizon 3. It's the multiplayer game. So, Jesus, better get on it. Yeah. Well, but see, the thing is, the Arkham games are in the base Lego Batman. The DLC mission with Joker and Harley Quinn is escaping Arkham, which technically didn't even happen in Arkham Asylum. It's kind of its own thing. So, like, they'll be voiced. If Batman is in those missions, I think he would just be the Batman from the base game, Best way to play Silent Hill 1 nowadays is PSP. Ooh. You get Silent Hill 1, Origins and Shadow Memories on PSP. Interesting. I don't actually have a PSP, and I really need to get one. I have a PS Vita. PS Vita is a very hackable thing as well, right? I'm looking forward to Lego Batman. Yes, those are good. Those are good. Invincible Versus looks really good. I'm not into the show or the comic or whatever. And then it's not my favorite genre, just in the fact that I suck at those games. But the visual style is so good, gory, brutal. Like I do like what I've seen from that Invincible game. Maybe not enough to get it, but it's something that I would maybe try. Was weird in all honesty. His whole reason was Harry apparently not being masculine enough for passing out to. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I trust him as a, like I like hearing him talk. And like when they remember he did like the interview sit down thing when they did the Silent Hill transmission. He seems like a cool guy, but I don't know. Like I think they give him like $50 and say, go make a Silent Hill movie. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in him. What was your reaction to your voicing Alien X? What? I didn't see that. To your voicing. Firstly, I don't know what you mean. Secondly, Alien X in motion comic of 5 years later. I did not see. No, I don't. The only thing I keep up with a couple channels that kind of follow Danny Phantom. Ben 10's a great one as well. Ben 10 deserves a bigger size game. Both of those properties deserve pretty cool games. Okay, and they've never gotten it for what they should have been. Ben 10's actually got quite a few games, but yeah. Any Scream 7 news? I'm gonna do a video on Scream 7 hopefully tomorrow. But they did post that teaser on Christmas Day, the present with the letter, and then Ghostface's knife swoops it to the other side. That was pretty cool. They need to do more. I mean, I think we need another trailer or just show us posters. Let's get some pictures of these gals, right? We just need something, one extra step of the marketing, but hopefully in January. I mean, I think we're going to have to do it in January. If I wake up on New Year's Day and see, yeah, I don't think they would delay GTA 6 till like later on in 2026. I don't think you'll wake up on New Year's and they'll say it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I'm really excited I'm over this weekend, I'm actually going to be putting together certain thing for the Game Awards that involves you. So I'm excited to see. In my mind, I know how it wants to look. I just have to make it look like that. But yeah, no, it's going to be freaking awesome. Second, I think the way that they're doubling down on the remakes makes me think that they're just doubling down on the franchise as a whole. So I think that eventually they'd probably want to get out from it, but I think you kind of double down on a good thing and the sales are there, right? That's in that thing where they talk about the employments, right, being bigger. They talked about like the West saving trails, all that jazz. So I just think that they want trails to just keep going. So I would probably imagine they're just going to kind of triple down on that. A controversial, about Alan Wake. Controversial in a good way or controversial in a bad way? Because it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. I look at Silent Hill 1 before. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, all of them. All of them. Don't really know why, to be honest with you. Don't really know why. I hope we get it too. Best Christmas gift. Like I said, a lot of them I bought myself, so they weren't really surprises. I bought myself through my aunt. My aunt gave me money, and then I bought a Red Eyes Black Dragon statue that's like legitimate. Can't show it to you because it's kind of like in that direction. I looked at the box, but I didn't look at the figure until yesterday, so that was pretty cool. So probably that. Probably I got a couple of surprise games for my parents. That was really, really nice of them. But I kind of knew most of what I had coming, if that makes sense. So didn't really get surprises. What about you though? What'd you get? Do you think Townfall is going to be set in any particular country? Isn't it? No specific country. Nah, I do like the idea of them jumping around. I made that video a couple days ago, right? Where they want to, I think that's more main installment Silent Hill games, right? Jumping around to different locations. Yeah, I don't have a preferred. I think like where am I getting the idea that like it's by the water? Was that like in the trailer? Well, the trailer was like the recording device thing, right? I would like I mean, if it's a town by a beach, like that would kind of be cool. No, but I don't really have any. I mean, I loved F. I loved F. I really like the Japan thing. I want them to jump around, them talking about, man, what do they even talk about? Just different Asian places, Africa, stuff like that. Like go nuts, and really explore these different kind of cultures and put them in a Silent Hill game, which is pretty nuts. Like I'm excited about that. Also, any thoughts on the Witcher thing we discussed on X? Just no, well, not really. Just I mean, I want now that we've heard about it, I need the Witcher 3 DLC. I just think it would also kind of be really, really cool to see DLC for a game that's 11 years old. Like, that's actually kind of wild. But yeah, I don't know. Just I want something to bridge the gap between the next couple of years, because it does seem like Witcher 4, right, is probably late 27, early 28. Like, we only have probably 2-ish years left to go on that one. So I wouldn't have expected DLC until the last couple of weeks, and now I kind of expect it. So I don't really care who it is. I just kind of want it now. Marvel's overrated. I like Captain America and Spider-Man. That's it. Batman beats all of them. Well, I think our Infamous and Prototype is better than the rest. Well, that's a hot take. That's a hot take. I'm definitely falling out of Marvel stuff in general, but I just don't care anymore, really. Like, Doomsday might be cool because there's like 90 actors in that thing, but so we'll see how that goes. I agree. They better have something on Rise of Hydra, because if they don't, then I'm gonna start getting really, really worried. You pick it up, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I tried to get into Street Fighter 6. I got Street Fighter 6 day one. Didn't go well. It didn't go well. I own that game, and I get whooped. WB gave me Mortal Kombat, which was very nice of them. I assume it was because of my coverage for the DC stuff in Hogwarts, right? That was bigger there, because I wasn't the biggest Mortal Kombat guy, but I did respect it. And I did some pretty big videos on Mortal Kombat, but man, I just suck. I mean, that's really the thing. Like, ultimately, I don't know if I have time to like get good at those type of games, which is that's my fault, right? But also it just kind of hinders me, where it's like I respect them, but I know that I can't put in 30 hours a week just practicing them. And then if all I'm going to do is lose, that's what happened with Street Fighter. Street Fighter, I think I won. I'm not kidding you. I won one online match in Street Fighter 6 the entire time that it's been out. And I lost dozens more. So just kind of losing over and over kind of demoralizes you and says, why should I buy these games when I'm bad at them and I'm not into them too much, right? But Invincible looks really good. Actually, this next comment, not just Avatar, that fighting game, Avatar game, that looked freaking awesome. Well, and actually, Frozen Hydro, I don't know if you know this, because this is something that was talked about, but it's kind of like died down. I do most of the marketing for them, it seems like. So they are making a Avatar AAA RPG game. They announced it a couple of years ago. The head of, I want to say, Nickelodeon, he did a podcast. I remember watching the podcast and covering it. And at the time, I want to say he said 2027. He gave a year. And he said, I think they're shooting for 2027 to come out, but it was going to be a legitimate Avatar RPG game. Now, is it more like kind of Demon Slayer level, where it's like, 6-7 hours and it's cool, but it's not incredible? Or is it, are we talking about like a next level Avatar RPG? But that is real. That is actually coming out. They announced it, I think, by post a couple of years ago, but then there was a couple podcasts. I watched the podcast. They haven't shown anything on it. There's no trailers. There might be a picture of like concept art. I think there was like 3 pictures of Aang. Maybe I might be getting it confused. Pretty sure there were concept art pictures for it though at the time that was spotted. So yeah. Fun bit of info and Invincible Versus. It's also being made by a lot of developers who worked on the 2013 reboot of Killer Instinct. Ooh. Very good. They definitely have some talent. I mean, Invincible Versus looks really good. When it was first announced, it kind of just seemed like just another property, kind of like jumping into the arena. Didn't have what it takes, but it definitely looks like it stands out where it's going to like easily fit into the genre. So yeah. Referring to Yuri Lowenthal voicing Alien X. Oh. That was a massive typo, but that's okay. No, I didn't even know about that, but that's cool. That's cool. He's a very talented actor. Very talented. Plays a lot. He's done a lot in the last like 20 years. He's done a lot. There's a Ben 10. Oh, well, that's interesting. I would check out a fan. Hey, fan projects are better half the time than the real projects. So, yeah, no, I will check that out. When Scream 2 came out, I was working at the cinema. Oh my god. That's awesome. That's such a cool thing. That's such a cool thing. Man. I mean, I hold very dearly the memories that I've made, you know, seeing Scream 5 in theaters was a otherworldly experience. Like, no, not even joking. Seeing Scream 5 and Scream 6 in theaters was like, I've never seen anything like that or felt anything like that when watching a movie. I think I'd feel that if a new Pirates movie came out, but it's been 8 years, 9 years will be this upcoming May. So it's like, there's no new movies to get me just having that kind of anxiety where I can't even believe like it's happening. That's what it was like to watch these Scream movies. I think that's what it'd be like to watch a Pirates one. Yeah, I should. I'll take a picture. I'll post it on Twitter. I'll post it on Twitter. We have like we move things around because we kind of undecorated, you know, the reverse of decoration. And we have like a new place that we put the statues. So so it actually looks really nice. So yeah, I'll take a picture of that. Oh, yeah. I mean, some of my favorite. I saw the movie back. Man, I don't even know when that movie came out. Maybe like 2005, 6-ish, where they gave the cards. I got that. I had the classics. I had the Blue Eyes. I had ones that could be worth 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks nowadays. Gave them all to my sister. She will not give them back. Being a little hard with those. That's okay. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just they're just the coolest designs. I mean, that's why I've always been attached to those monsters because they just are the sickest looking things you've ever seen in your freaking life. And not even just in the show, but just like on the card, they look amazing. Yeah, Nintendo. I think, you know, I think that Fire Emblem game is going to be pretty sweet, to be honest with you. Three Houses is great. So I think the new Fire Emblem game's great. But I would like to see, like, give me the Mario game. You know, we got Mario Kart, but give me the 3D Mario game. So I think, I don't know if they need to come out swinging like right away because the movie is kind of early in the year as well. But yeah, I think they'll have hopefully a good like second half. Fatal Frame is another game, by the way, that I just remembered. Oh my God, that's a game that I wanted and I did not get it yet. That's a great one. 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Yeah, you let me know how that is. You let me know how that is because I'm going to get that. Creator of Danganronpa, creator of Master Archives Raincode. I've seen nothing but great things on that game. And I hate that it's only on the Switch, right? I think it's only a Switch exclusive. Or it might also be on PC, right? I wish it was on PlayStation and Xbox. I hate that the only console it's on is the Switch. I think that's a very bad idea, but whatever. But no, I really I want that. It's 30% off right now. It is on Steam, actually. It's 30% off. I'm eventually going to get that because I want to play his games. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. Oh, you just said it's on Steam. Maybe I should read your whole comment before I start talking. Okay. We're kind of at the end here, so I'm gonna kind of just jump around if there's any questions that jump out, and then we'll go from there. Military field. Oh my God, that's pretty cool. Just hope the PS3 lives on. Yeah, well, as long as the store is alive, which you can't always agree on, or you can't agree on. You can't always bet on. You can't always bet on that store being alive, but we'll see. Jeremy Hernandez, what's going on? Town Hall Japan, but also kind of Europe. Yeah, like a Castle-y type. They could do a lot. It doesn't even have to be all that big, to be honest with you. The Netflix thing, I think, is just kind of like it's set, and then they have to go through all the legal proceedings, and I think mid next year it would go through, something like that. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, I got better than Street Fighter. I think I'm a better Mortal Kombat player than Street Fighter, but we're not talking like good. We're talking like very bad, and then like slightly not as bad. That's like the level that I'm at, which is fine. I don't expect myself to be doing tournaments. I don't need to do it. I don't really even play them for that, to be honest with you. But but if I'm gonna buy them, I do want to kind of put in the work, and that's the same thing. If I buy Invincible, I would like to kind of work on it where I can be respectable. I just never am. I truly never, never, ever, ever am. Um, well, I'd like to do. I had the hopes and dreams of one day doing like a 24-hour stream. I would never do that for the 100K, but no, I think I would do something. Maybe a giveaway, maybe I want to try. So next year, I mean, we're kind of wrapping up. Join the Discord. Game Awards this upcoming Tuesday. No, but next year, I think I say it every year, but I try to do different things each year. I want to make live streams more meaningful, really try to shake it up. I think I did that a little bit this past year, the last couple of years. I like to have guests on. I like to do different like themed shows for different games. So that'll continue. For Lego Batman, I'll have some DC people on, have Colin on to do some stuff, try to work on different people that are into different games. So that's something I want to do. I used to do like community days where we would play games together. I would like to get back to that. So we'll see just how much time I have, but I would like to try, to play different games with people online. But yeah, 100K, come back to me in another year because I don't think I'm going to hit 100K next year. I think I'll get close. I think I'll get close next year, but I think it's going to be 2027 is when I'll hit 100. We'll see. Maybe something blows up for me next year, but I'm not expecting it. So yeah, I will do something and it will hopefully be really cool. I'm going to do something big. Like there's no way I can't do something big. I got to unbox the play button too, which of course I need. Stranger Than Heaven, I cannot wait. That'll be a game I cover along with that other list of games you put. That'll be a game I cover. I think Stranger Than Heaven looks awesome. Looks really cool. And I agree with I hoped Max Payne would actually come out in 2026. It seems like that's 27. I think Stranger Than Heaven is also probably 27. 007, Control 2, and Tomb Raider. That's a great trio. And those are on my list as well. Oh, no, my parents got me. No, not even. My grandparents got me another Scream shirt. God, I don't even want. I think I might have 6 or 7, to be honest with you. I have enough to match the movies. Is pretty much. If I don't have 7, I need to get 7. No worries, RMX. Hopefully you have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one. And I'm gonna probably head off right now as well. Yeah. Okay. No, don't buy me anything. Don't buy me. No, but I think they both look really good. We'll see. Maybe I'll get both of them. I'll just buy both of them. But yeah, I think the Marvel Tokon, dang it, Marvel Tokon, I think actually grabs me more than Invincible, but they both look really good. A Dream Watch. That's good. I have a couple friends that are really into watches. I can't relate, but I can tell you that from them, I understand the art of watch collection. Okay. And they were telling me they had quite a long tangent about watch collection to me last time we talked. And that's okay. People are into watches. I can respect that. It's a cool, I don't know, it's like attached to your arm. All right. That's right. I like it when people repeat my sayings to me and because I get a lot of when people go at me for insults, of course, right? They'll insult like my hair or my voice, and it's like, well, I can't really change my voice. I guess I could change my hair. But it was, when I'll get the funny comments of repeating what's up, right? Extending the what's. I like that. I don't think that's mocking. I think that's like it's an established, you're going to get that at the beginning of every video. It's kind of wacky. It's kind of stupid. But it's also like me, can't really get that anywhere else. So I think I've done a good enough job. Okay. Well, I'm done. Very good. All right. Let me leave this link for the 4th and final time. I know I said 3rd, but I'm a liar. I'm a liar at heart. Chronological. Join the Discord. This upcoming Tuesday, I will be having my Game Awards show. It will truly, I promise you, be the best thing I've done all year. Sway will be my co-host. It'll be however long it needs to be. We'll have some special surprises there. We'll go over all of our winners. It's a celebration. It's my celebration of the year. We do it my own way. We have different rules than Jeff Keighley and that clown show that goes on there, even though I love him. Okay, I do actually respect Jeff Keighley quite a bit, but the show is kind of a mess. I'm going to do my own show, and I think I'm going to do it better. All right? Appreciate you guys being here. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That'll be my Game Awards. I'll post it around the internet, and hopefully you guys are there, okay? There'll be a video afterwards as well. Thank you for being here. Hope you all had, honestly, a Merry Christmas. Thank you for everything. And I'll say it again at my Game Awards show because that'll be the last stream of 2025. But thank you all for just anything you've done, subscribing, liking the videos, watching my videos. Truly appreciate it. Merry Christmas. I'll tell you Happy New Year's in a couple of days, and we'll go from there. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys in the upcoming videos.